He's looking at me through the stall while I'm trying to pee. And then he's licking his lips like I literally looked through the fucking door. He's licking his fucking lips at me.
今天的这位卫生间痴汉可谓是嚣张到了极点，光天化日之下，竟在沃尔玛超市尾随女性进入卫生间实施偷窥。然而他做梦也没想到，仅仅1分钟后，商场巡逻警员就已抵达战场。更讽刺的是，当警员出现时，这位老哥正淡定地在卫生间里解决人生大事。
Okay, when you're done going pee, come talk to me.
Yeah, bring your ass out. Now you knew what the f you was doing. That's nasty. He's looking at me through the stall while I'm trying to pee.
He came out of there. I saw him.
And then he's licking his lips like I literally looked through the fucking door. He's licking his fucking lips at me.
那双滴溜乱转的眼睛还在不老实地打量着受害者的身体，脸上甚至挂着令人作呕的嬉笑。从他被警员拉到一旁问话时的反应来看，这绝对是个惯犯。明明被抓个正着，却还能嬉皮笑脸地对受害者评头论足，仿佛只是遇到了个小误会。那么问题来了，究竟是什么让他如此有恃无恐
Did I go home?
No, not yet.
I'm going.
We're going over here to talk for a sec. You got ID on you or anything, boss? Okay. Are you living on the streets right now?
Yeah.
Okay. Have I talked to you before? Huh? I swear I have. I recognize the tattoo. You think you're going to jail?
当警员开始宣读米兰达权利时，老哥的表演正式开始。
So, you told me you were confused about which bathroom was which?
Yes.
Well, then why, when she came out, you were licking her lips and making statements about it?
No, I didn't know when it came out. When I went in the bathroom to see if it was girls or boys, I was like, and I saw that. I did accusation.
So you looked through the stall door to see a girl was in there?
Yeah, see the girls in there.
Okay, and that's all?
That's it, sir.
And then you went into the men's bathroom, and that's when you were taking a leak?
Yeah,
Okay.
I just walked in and saw the background. I didn't see nothing.
You just walked into the female bathroom?
Yes.
That's it? There was no, intent? I mean, I'm pretty sure you can see there's a female sign on the outside of the women's bathroom, right?
Yeah, I was paying attention.
他一口咬定自己只是走错了卫生间，把一切归结为误会。但真相真的如此吗？调查发现，这个居无定所的流浪汉竟是警局的老熟人。就在几天前，他刚因非法入侵被沃尔玛永久禁入，如今不仅违反禁令再次闯入，还涉嫌违反保释规定。但是这一条就够他喝一壶的了。
Where'd you get all this stuff?
Store.
The store?
Steal it?
No, I bought it.
Which store?
Yeah, they store.
在将嫌疑人靠近警车后，警员开始细致地询问受害者。
Well, she's in there. She had to go to the bathroom.
Okay.
Because she got freaked out. And
You want me to go talk with her real quick?
yeah, she's a black female. She's got gray shirt, gray leggings on.
Okay.
I told her to wait by the customer service.
I went straight to the restroom. I had no clue he was even following behind me. And I got in the stall and I was about ready to pull down my pants. And I didn't even notice he was peeking through the little slit. And then I thought it was just someone just waiting on their turn. And then I seen eyes and I seen him licking his lips. So then I opened the bathroom, the door, and I said, "What are you doing?" And he just kept licking his lips like he just wasn't saying anything. And then that's when I just walked out with him, and then I just
He followed you out? Okay. Getting ready to pull your pants down. At any point, were you exposed and did he see you
Not all
exposed?
the way. Not
Okay.
all. Not all the way. Like I was halfway, and then I realized I'm like,
Do you
wait,
think you
those
could-
are eyes.
So you were partially exposed both ways?
Yeah, but not all the way.
一位勇敢的母亲站了出来，讲述了她2个女儿遭遇的可怕经历。原来当时卫生间内共有3名女性受害。
No, she wasn't in there involved or witness. She just came and asked we were okay. But I said, no, my girls are shooken up. She was in there with them. She's 17
Yeah.
and 16 and a half. And it freaked her out, and that's why she started screaming. And I'm like, what the fuck?
They were in the bathroom?
Yes.
But you weren't in there?
No, I was in checkout, but
Okay.
these are my minor daughters.
Yeah. Let me get my notes real quick, okay?
根据受害者们高度一致的陈述，警员基本确定这是一起有预谋的偷窥事件。而接下来，警员的处置方式堪称教科书级别，不仅耐心安抚受害者情绪，还主动提供心理咨询资源和后续法律支持。
I don't have any other questions for you, so you're free to go. I'm really sorry that happened to you, okay? He's gonna go to jail.
Okay.
You have a better day.
Thank you.
And then that's my card if you have any questions, okay?
Okay. Thank
All right,
you. Have
be
a
safe.
good one.
I kind of have a uncomfortable, odd question. When he came in and looked at the stall, were you guys exposed at all, or both of you? the case number with my name and badge number on it for now. Don't be surprised if you guys get mail or a call from a prosecutor about this because he's already been trespassed from here. So since he committed a crime, it's felony. So we're going to take him to jail.
虽然嫌疑人已被控制，但警方的调查才刚开始。沃尔玛的监控视频成了决定性证据，画面清晰显示，老哥一路尾随受害者至卫生间，在受害者进入5秒后迅速跟进，其行为模式完全暴露了预谋轨迹。最终，这名惯犯被控3项偷窥重罪，外加违反保释规定和非法入侵，数罪并罚，最高可面临10年监禁和10万美元罚款。我们要为勇敢站出来的受害者们点赞，正是他们的勇气，让这个潜在的危险分子被绳之以法，避免了更多人受害。这绝对是美国警察最崩溃的交通拦截，一个黑色的手提箱直接将现场的警员吓得当场崩溃。
Open that up. What the?
Bruh, I'm scared to look, man. I ain't scared.
Just turn around.
What's in there, bro?
It's a baby, yo.
Oh Allah, seek thy refuge in you from the whisperings of an accursed devil who whispers into the hearts of men.
2021年7月28日深夜11点，马里兰州巴尔的摩市，警员在巡逻中拦截了一辆超速车辆。令他没想到的是，一次简单的拦截让他遭遇了人生中的至暗时刻。通过交谈得知，驾驶员是33岁的妮可·约翰逊，副驾驶坐着她闺蜜30岁的 BB。警员核查身份时，发现妮可无照驾驶，车辆也没有注册登记。于是警员准备将车拖走，然后给妮可开罚单。此时，妮可要求车辆拖走前，将汽车尾箱的私人物品交由闺蜜带走。警员非常理解地同意了这个请求，但也正是这个看似平常的请求，却揭开了噩梦的序幕。
So you don't have a driver license? No. Okay. And also, this vehicle is not even registered. Those tags in there are fake tags. This car has to be towed. Yeah, you get everything out of it, but
最近为了快点下班回家剪视频，所以我在瓜子二手车上买了台特斯拉，才花了9万9。瓜子每台车都有官方检测，电车3电系统都有原厂质保，电池还有100天衰减保障。瓜子最近上架了几千台便宜的个人直卖车，买到就是赚到，买二手车瓜子有保障。尾箱打开的一瞬间，一股难以忽视的恶臭弥漫开来。职业的嗅觉瞬间让警员感觉到了不对劲，他立即呼叫了增援，并将妮可叫过来询问情况。然而，妮可接下来的一句看似玩笑的话，却即将成为警员挥之不去的梦魇。
I know, but I'm just saying.
So I'm just explaining.
I'm not even talking about in Baltimore. Watch tomorrow, y'all are gonna see me on the news. Y'all are gonna see me make my big debut. I swear to God.
支援到来后，警员立刻向同伴反映了现场的情况。
Come in for a sec.
I'll push it. Yeah, hold up for me.
Eric, do me a favor. Walk over to the car and just see what you smell. Not drugs or anything, but see what you smell anything up there. Something dead or something.
Did you move in your car?
This way I live at.
Dead ass.
What is this right here?
Huh?
What is this?
A bunch of dirty clothes. A bunch of dirty.
That don't smell like dirty clothes.
异味就是从白色的包裹里传来，这不像是大麻或者其他违禁品的味道，臭味像极了尸臭。但是妮可却轻描淡写地说，这些都是前夫的脏衣服和毯子。不过这未能打消警员的疑虑。当他们要求妮可打开白色包裹时，这才发现包裹被毯子和垃圾袋里3层外3层的捆扎了起来，就连妮可自己也无法打开。没办法，警员只能用刀一层层地切割开外面的包裹物。当最里面的行李箱露出来的一刹那，恶臭已经浓烈到让现场的警员有点窒息。行李箱打开的一刹那，一具高度腐烂的儿童尸体骤然出现在警员的面前，而妮可则是转头狂奔。
What is that? No. Pull it out. Open that up. What the? Get the in! Put your hands up! Don't you? Get over!
现场的警员强忍情绪，果断地逮捕了妮可和她的闺蜜。
Put your hands behind your back.
What I do?
What the?
It's not mine.
What the? What the?
What I do? What I do?
Give me your other hand now. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. Get up. On your feet. Roll over. Sit on your butt. Stand up. I swear to God, if you move, so help me.
Please not arrest her. Please don't arrest her. She don't have anything to do with nothing. She really don't have anything to do with nothing. I will give y'all every name to everybody.
I don't want to hear it.
Please don't arrest her.
从警员的声音可以听得出来，哪怕是身经百战的他，遇见如此恐怖的景象都已经濒临崩溃。而其中一名新人警员第一次面对如此情景，已经呼吸困难，差点当场晕厥。主管只能不断地安抚这名新人，并大声提醒新到场的警员戴好口罩和手套，这已经超出了他们的职责范围，不是所有人都能承受这样的场景。
You okay? You okay? No. Listen, I need you to calm down. I need you to calm down. No, I need you to focus. Listen, calm down. I need you to focus. Focus on her. Hey, get over there with her. Put your mask on. Put your mask on.
Alright. Put your mask on. Mask up.
Man, yo. What's in there, bro?
It's a baby, yo.
Come on. Please. Relax, bro. I'm here. I need you to breathe. Good instinct. Okay.
逮捕妮可的警员在新的增援到场后，实在是无法忍耐刚刚发生的一幕。他强忍镇定，独自到了一旁自我恢复，为已去的灵魂祈祷。
O Allah, seek thy refuge in you from the whisperings of an accursed devil who whispers into the hearts of men.
现场弥漫着难以言喻的恶臭和巨大的心理冲击，警员们只能通过不断的和新到场的警员进行轮换，才能勉强继续接下来的搜查工作。
Bruh, I'm scared to look, and I ain't scared.
Just turn around.
Okay. I'm gonna say pepper spray happened.
No. That baby not back.
What? Hey, you come back.
That's for cool.
It looks like a kid that's curled up in there. I don't want to look, man.
一名现场的警员确认，这是一名5岁左右的小女孩尸体。尽管她全身已经高度腐烂，爬满蛆虫，但是体型和她同龄女儿一般大小。
This place. Oh Jesus. Oh my God. It's a little girl.
You hurt?
Yeah, you need some water.
Take a walk. Oh, it's been wrapped in this sheet for I don't know how long. I'm not a medical examiner, but I've seen some stuff. But it just sucks. It's like I don't know. I guess it hits him harder than me because I'm just I've had trauma earlier on. But basically, like my daughter turns 5 Saturday. You know what I mean? This is 100% a 5-year-old kid.
原本以为这已经是极限了，但是更残酷的真相还在后面。警员们强忍生理不适和剧烈的精神创伤，继续搜查时，在另一个塑料箱里发现了第2具儿童尸体。接连的致命打击超出了现场警员的承受极限，只能隐约听到不间断的抽泣和呕吐声。多名首批接触现场的警员在完成初步任务后，根据部门规定启动了重大事件应急休假，暂时撤离以处理心理创伤。后续赶到的警员接手，将证据直接移交法医，并对妮可和 BB 进行拘留审讯。经过法医及调查确认，2名受害者是妮可的侄女和侄子，7岁的玛丽和5岁的拉里。他们的母亲，也就是妮可的姐姐，在婚后将他们暂时寄养在妮可这里，并定期支付生活费。那为什么妮可要残忍地谋杀自己的至亲呢？审讯室里的妮可给出了答案。
It was really an accident.
Okay, what happened?
Stealing something or going in the refrigerator or doing something, and she did it again and she did it again. And then the last time it was just like, and I was probably more frustrated than I should have been with life, period, with everything, with why they leave me with the kids, why nobody's helping me, why nobody's calling me, where's their mom, where's my family, like what, like I.
And then what happened?
I told you, Peter.
How?
Huh?
With what?
I don't even think it was anything. I think it's just my hands. And then the next thing I know, she just wasn't saying anything or nothing. Like.
So you gave her a beating? And then she was not responsive anymore?
妮可的供述漏洞百出，且无法验证。而这一切的起因是妮可的姐姐在没有经过妮可的同意就把孩子丢给了她。虽然按时支付生活费，但是处在调皮年龄阶段的侄子侄女，妮可根本忍受不了。邻居也反映出妮可经常对孩子大声责骂。1年前，因为7岁的玛丽偷吃冰箱食物被她打了一下后倒地死亡，惊恐的她将玛丽的尸体藏了起来。1年后，5岁的拉里同样因为意外不幸去世。然后妮可将2个孩子藏在了汽车尾箱里。
The next instant with the other child.
I don't know. Like I honestly don't know because it was like 1 minute we was playing and then 1 minute it was just like I think something hit him in the leg.
Yeah, but that wouldn't cause him to die. Well, why would he die though?
I thought it was like a main artery or something.
尸检报告指出，玛丽的死亡时间已超过1年，拉里也死亡近2个月，尸体高度腐败，确切死因难以判定。更令人心碎的是，2个孩子的生长发育严重滞后，体格仅相当于3至4岁儿童。这无不显示着2个孩子长期遭受严重营养不良和虐待。尽管妮可否认，调查发现，妮可的姐姐曾多次试图探望孩子或安排他们与同父异母兄弟见面，均被妮可拒绝。同时，妮可最终承认在玛丽死后将尸体隐藏家中长达14个月，并继续收取姐姐支付的抚养费，伪装孩子尚在。而妮可的闺蜜 BB 被证实有先天性智力障碍，心智年龄只有12岁。她在完成基本问询后被释放。2025年2月，经过法庭审理，妮可面临包括2项1级谋杀罪、8项虐童罪、4项拒捕及袭警罪在内的共计14项重罪指控。她被判处1次无期徒刑，外加50年监禁，不得假释。这一案件的发生震惊全美，但是事后的故事更加令人可笑。妮可的姐姐达希尔在悲剧发生后，曾在网络发起募捐，描述中称自己心碎且相信妮可本意不想做最坏的事，试图为妹妹寻求一丝理解。然而，此举引发了公众强烈愤怒和质疑，募捐活动因大量举报被平台迅速下架。达希尔多次尝试重新发起，均告失败。屏幕前的你们认为妮可是有意还是无意的呢？当美国警察遇见终极骗妇王大爷，会有什么后果呢？
Back up, back up, back up! Dang, dude. Oh, that's your truck on fire. My rifle's in there.
今天的案件发生在亚利桑那州普雷斯科特市。2025年2月12日，亚瓦派县警长办公室接到一起报警电话，报案人称自己是一名记者，他在采访时遇到了70岁的詹姆斯·克里斯波。记者询问大爷感觉幸福吗？大爷回了句脏话，然后举起了3个煤气罐，表示别管闲事。他现在准备自爆，然后开车扬长而去。通过数据库比对，警方发现大爷这辆车在过去24小时曾经2次拒绝警方交通拦截，然后逃逸。在得知大爷如此危险后，亚瓦派县警长办公室立刻协调普雷斯科特警察局，全程协助搜捕詹姆斯大爷，并很快找到了大爷的工具。
Another note thrown out the window states, I don't want anyone hurt, but myself, leave me alone.
大爷从车里面扔出了一张纸条，让警员不要拦着自己。见到大量警员依旧追踪自己后，大爷停下了车，直接在身上浇上汽油，然后拿出一个酒精喷灯，这都给警员吓坏了。这大爷也太猛了，他想站啥呀
？Vehicle with your hands up. Driver, put out the fire.
Holly, come with me.
Step out of the vehicle. He doused himself in gasoline. He's taking off again.
部分警员准备从前面进行包抄，但很快被大爷发现，直接一脚油门开车再次跑路。警员们上车追击，并通知前方埋伏的警员辐射破台器。
Go, go, go!
大爷并没有沿着大路一直走，而是转到了一个小路，并撞上了一个拦截的警车。随后，所有警力赶到，将大爷彻底包围。
4-3, I copy dead end. Can you advise your location?
Sam 12, pull it up on the Axon app.
North 48, we're at gunpoint.
眼看已经走投无路，大爷直接抱起了丙烷罐，形势进入了高度危险的状态。
North 1, he's holding a propane tank in his lap and he's trying to get it lit. Everyone back up.
Back up, back up. He's trying to light a propane tank. Back up. Back up, back up.
Get them to start evacuating this place.
Holly, start evacuations of this building.
Copy.
现场临时指挥官要求所有有步枪的警员直接起步枪，并清空附近的居民，保证安全。然而就在这时，大爷点燃了一个比较小的煤气罐。第一次爆破将附近的车窗全部清空，大爷的车也开始起火。
Go, recover, recover. I'm on you.
Now he's burning. He's alive.
让人意外的是，这一次爆炸这么猛的冲击，大爷愣是啥事没有，抱着个煤气罐活蹦乱跳的就从车里冲了出来。随后，警员们立刻冲过去，准备对其进行逮捕。
Back up, back up, back up! Back up,
back up more.
Stay back! He's got 3 more cans! Get on the ground. Let's go. Let's go. I'm on you.
Get away from the propane tank!
Back away from the propane tank!
一名警员使用泰瑟枪激怒了大爷， 随后，詹姆斯大爷再次打开了第二个煤气罐，现场的火势腾的一下就起来了。鉴于大爷应该是没有枪，警员们赶紧去把车辆移走。
Less lethal! Less lethal! Drop it now!
North 48 vehicles fully engulfed. Oh.
Okay, we need to
Hey
back
Jake,
up a
back
lot.
up.
That's gonna get bad.
We need to get more cars moved back. Brooks, move that car. I can't. No key. Unlocked it. There's no key.
7号警员好不容易找到了车钥匙，准备挪车，然而一切都晚了。哈哈。
We're down in the ravine just below the vehicle where he is.
Propane tank.
Yeah.
Holy. Grab this. I'm gonna grab my truck. Yep. Back up, back up, back up.
詹姆斯大爷的煤气罐和车连续发生爆炸，引燃了周边的草地和灌木丛。警员们紧急拉开距离，可是没想到这么炸，詹姆斯大爷还是啥事都没有。独留这辆车的车主布鲁斯警员的心在滴血啊
Whoa! Still have multiple explosions coming from his vehicle.
The one that's in the front of it is already on fire.
One of ours?
Yeah.
It's my patrol car.
Is he out?
Is the subject in custody?
So.
Dang, dude. Oh, that's your truck on fire.
That propane tank just behind him.
Yeah.
Fully engulfed, so watch for that one.
It's your engine block. Ah, my rifle's in there.
车没了，警局还能再配？不香，可是警员自己掏钱买的呀，也不知道还能不能算公损给报销一下呢？啊
Where the heck is fire, dude? I wish I could have backed that thing out of there in time, but I couldn't. I was kind of trying to hop out.
I mean,
I was looking right at him, and he was holding something up to the propane tank.
Torch.
Dude.
I think he's probably. I don't imagine he's alive, but he got out of it, but then it blew up again. So. Come here and show me your hands. Just crawl towards me.
这边。4号警员持续劝解大爷让他过来投降。从之前大爷用的纸条可以知道，他并不想伤害任何人。警员准备以这一点作为突破口，化解这场危机。
I need you to crawl towards me. I can't come to you with that on fire. Hey, you don't want anyone to get hurt, right?
No, I don't want nobody.
I don't want anyone else to get hurt too. To keep anyone else from getting hurt, you need to come out here. That fire's gonna hurt innocent people all around you. You need to do the right thing and come towards me so we can put that fire out.
Is fire coming?
Yeah, we got fire en route.
There's like a hose right there. Do you see that?
There's children that live in this neighborhood. That fire could hurt them. I need you to come to me.
Save them.
I can't until you come here.
he's far enough in that propane tank. He doesn't have anything else on him. We can move up, beanbag him, drag him away, put him in custody.
Come here closer and I can. You gotta come here closer. Okay.
詹姆斯大爷为了不伤害到周围的居民，主动投降，从大火中走了出来。警员们组织战术小队，立刻上前对其进行逮捕。
Hey, no fire, no taser. Yeah, you're right. What are you yelling? What are they yelling for?
He's dead, right?
Who are our other hands? Tire. Fire.
Oh God.
Move up. Come to me. Come to me.
Don't run away.
Okay, don't. No.
Go. Quick. Get him out. Get him out.
警员们将大爷转移到了安全区域，进行初步的检查，确保警员的豆袋枪没有对其造成致命伤害。急救人员和消防人员到场，开始进行救灾和救治工作。虽然布鲁斯警员的警车还有突击步枪都被烧没了，但他仍然保持着高度的耐心，不停地和大爷对话，以对其进行安抚，这让大爷非常的感动。
Brand new one? Old one. Old one.
His rifles are in there. So there's gonna be some ammo pops. Kinda sounds like ammo.
Oh.
I'm 70 years old, bro. I got bad problems. My body hurts, my ears, I can't even eat, please.
Who'd you put that on us?
Because if you left me alone, I was going to go in a spot by myself. I didn't want nobody to get hurt. Did you read my letters? No. Why didn't you read my letters?
We did read them. It's our job to keep you safe. James, we're going to get you up into this gurney here, okay, man? I'll be right here with you, okay?
Stay with me.
I know you're going through a lot right now, okay? I know you're going through a lot, but I don't think you've had the chance to talk to anyone about all this stuff yet. So let's give you that opportunity, okay?
布鲁斯向大爷保证自己会全程陪着他，直到大爷感觉到安全为止。
Here comes Chief Bonnie.
Hi, Chief. Better days.
Right?
Yeah.
You guys all okay?
Everyone's not hurt. That was a crazy day for sure. Your guys did phenomenal. Really appreciate everything.
All right, well, I'm gonna go back to picking up my daughter.
Okay.
在前往医院的路上，大爷告诉布鲁斯自己曾结过2次婚，但最终都以2任妻子的出轨而结束。在第2次离婚时，大爷点燃了自己的房子，准备结束自己的生命。是他的女儿在最后的一刻阻止了他，让他从房子中走了出来。不幸的是，2年后，大爷的女儿也去世了。詹姆斯大爷努力地为了女儿活下去，他准备骑女儿送的自行车环游世界，但是刚出门就被人抢走了自行车，并打掉了大爷的好几颗牙齿。由于没有钱治疗，大爷从那以后几乎无法正常的吃东西。随着时间的推移，大爷感觉愈发的绝望，再次萌生了自杀的想法，于是便有了今天的案件，给大爷追发的前法尔的案件。由于附近没有大型医院，出于安全考虑，救援人员准备通过直升机将大爷送往医院。贴心的举动让大爷很感动，但同时又感到害怕。看着善良的小伙子们，大爷说出了一个多年困扰着自己，也是另一个让自己必须去死的原因。
See, you're going through a lot, and it's probably more than you can even handle on your own, you know?
I've gone through too much, man.
James, you have quite a couple people jump in here and talk to you as the flight team, and they're going to get flown in a helicopter.
Why?
Because of their burns, they can't
Oh
handle
God,
it.
2006, where they got run over by the car, right?
Yeah.
They airlifted me.
Hey, man. My name's Mike. I'm a nurse on the helicopter.
Oh yeah, guess what? So they saved me, right? The police crew, and they're talking to me the whole way home to the hospital. The following week, all 3 of them died. And they had young kids, so why didn't God take me instead?
Why did they die?
Because they crossed and they hit the mountain. Might have grown, so why not take me instead of those 3?
Well, it's not a matter of taking anyone, you know? You're still here, and that's a blessing that you need to think about, all right?
My daughter's gonna take.
这也就是生活，不幸总是接踵而至，将一个人的信念摧毁。但年轻的警员和救援人员仍然没有任何的退缩，他们用行动和热情将信念重新燃。事后我们得知，詹姆斯大爷的手臂和背部被烧伤，由于治疗及时，并没有大碍。现场的大火很快被消防部门扑灭，最终本案只有詹姆斯大爷1人受伤，布鲁斯警员的警车被彻底烧毁。除此之外，没有任何人员和财产的损失。随后，詹姆斯大爷受到了纵火罪、损害财产罪、致命武器严重袭击罪等25项重罪的指控，他将面临最低7年、最高287年的有期徒刑，不得保释。对于以上的指控，大爷选择了拒绝认罪，留在监狱里对他来说可能是无尽的痛苦。或许减少刑期，找一个没有人的地方，终结这一切，才是他所期望的吧。那么，如果你是警员，对于詹姆斯大爷这样的嫌犯，你会直接开枪帮其结束痛苦后行政休假，还是将其逮捕送进监狱，接受法律的制裁呢？欢迎在评论区留下你的看法。好了，今天的视频就到这里，我们下期再见。